Freedom. Freedom. Freedom over fame. Freedom over cycle stays the same.
Hi, I'm csBailey. Welcome to Start Fresh, the morning podcast that will change your life. Get ready for quick 10-minute episodes with my mom, csBailey. Perfect for starting your day or joining you on your commute. Start Fresh brings you happy thoughts and positive vibes to help you take on the world with a smile. Get ready to embrace a fresh outlook. Set powerful intentions and live your best life. Join my mommy csBailey for some real talk and loving guidance to make every day amazing. It's time to transform and start fresh. Let's go!
Freedom. Freedom over fame. Freedom over fame.
Welcome to the Start Fresh podcast, your morning boost with csBailey, the brand architect. In just 10 minutes, we'll elevate your mindset from ordinary to extraordinary and unshackle your true potential. Ideal for your daily commute or morning routine? Let's cultivate a positive mindset and powerful intentions together. Dive into authentic, unfiltered guidance for unwavering optimism and renewed energy. It's time for an extraordinary transformation. Get ready to start fresh. Good morning, everybody. Today we're going to talk about a powerful concept that will change the way you approach self-improvement and personal growth. Building on our last episode, Which Wolf Are You Feeding?, where we highlighted the significance of nurturing our positive inner selves and making mindful choices, today we'll explore how embracing our vulnerabilities can reveal hidden strengths. So let's jump into this powerful episode and the empowering concept, sharing weaknesses reveals inner strength. So we can uncover how understanding our thoughts and actions can ultimately lead us to become the best version of ourselves. So let's build. I want to start with a powerful quote I came across by a gentleman by the name of Chris Jamie, I think it is. Spelled C-R-I-S-S, last name Jami, who I don't know a lot about. I don't know a lot about him, but I found a lot of his quotes to be on point. Again, I can't recommend him because I don't know him, but I'm definitely intrigued by what I've seen so far. So with that said, his quote says and beautifully summarizes what we're going to talk about today. Chris said, "To share your weakness is to make yourself vulnerable. To make yourself vulnerable is to show your strength." I agree. Oftentimes we feel afraid or embarrassed to share our weaknesses with others, right? We worry that people might perceive us as weak, incompetent, or just not good enough. However, sharing our weaknesses actually makes us stronger, both individually and as a part of a community. So by opening up about our struggles, we create bonds of trust and compassion with others who might be facing similar challenges. When you share your vulnerability, you allow others the opportunity to see that they're not alone in their journey. In addition, sharing your weaknesses can also provide insights into areas of improvement and encourage personal growth. By acknowledging our own limitations, we give ourselves the chance to learn from others and grow stronger through their support and guidance. One of the most important aspects of sharing weaknesses is embracing vulnerability. Vulnerability can be uncomfortable. It often requires courage and determination. But the benefits far outweigh the discomfort. And let's start getting comfortable with being uncomfortable, right? Let's take off the Instagram filters and let's live authentically. Like, people gonna talk about you anyway. They talked about Jesus Christ. So anyway, with that said, being vulnerable, it means being honest with yourself and others about your shortcomings, as well as your aspirations, right? It's about recognizing that nobody's perfect. We all need help sometimes, even from those who may appear strong on the outside. When you embrace vulnerability, you create an environment where people can connect deeply with one another, opening the door for trust, empathy, and genuine support. Ultimately, vulnerability leads to increased self-awareness and enhanced emotional resilience, I think. With that said, I'm going to be vulnerable right now. My weakness is food. It's been a weakness of mine since I was a child. I love food. Good food. not any food, good food. Like many people, I've fed my fears, my grief, and my insecurities with food. And it's gotten out of control several times. I got to be almost 400 pounds. So that tells you just how much of a struggle I've had with food. I've come to realize that this weakness is not something that, honestly, it's something that's spilled over into the lives of my children and my husband. It's a weakness that it's time for me to face, that I must face. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, right? I'm not going to pretend it doesn't exist. I'm going to be honest and admit that I love sugar and fried foods, right? I put on a lot of weight over the past couple months, and I'm not happy about that, right? I'm being vulnerable. I'm telling you the truth. I don't mind being a thick girl. I've been a big girl my entire life, and it's not that I'm not confident, but I want to be healthy. I want to be here for my children. And I have packed on the pounds, right? Since quarantine and since losing several of my family members during COVID, I eat my feelings. So, but I know it's not good for me, right? Let's not even laugh about it. It's not good for me, and it's not good for my family. It's not good for my life. So I've decided I'm going to fight. I'm going to fight this weakness, and I'm going to overcome it. I'm going to take back my health and my life. I'm going to stop the cycle of overeating and obesity and just making unhealthy choices. It's time for me to take control of my destiny, right? I'm going to start my journey toward living a happier and healthier life immediately. I'm saying this publicly because I need accountability. I need to know that there are people who know about my goal and people who are going to hold me accountable. People who are praying for me. That's the most important. But we all have weaknesses. It's time for us to take the mask off and be honest with ourselves. Number one, I've made excuses, right, for my weight and for my food choices, right? But it's time for us to be honest with each other. It's time to stop hiding. It's time to be vulnerable. After all, like Chris said, he said that's how we show our true strength and empower other people to do the same. I'm sure some of you are fighting that battle, the battle of weight or food abuse, gluttony, like I am. So let's fight the good fight and really conquer this thing. I know when I set my mind to something that I can handle it. I've lost almost 200 pounds previously. So it's time for me to get back on track. But sharing your weaknesses with others requires mindfulness and deliberateness, right? So I want to give you guys some tips on how to share your weaknesses effectively. One, be authentic. Be authentic. When sharing your weaknesses, be true to yourself. Don't try to exaggerate or downplay your challenges. Instead, be honest about where you're struggling. It's okay. It's all right. Be you, do you. Two, choose a supportive environment. Look for a space where you feel comfortable and welcome to share your vulnerabilities. Trusted friends, mentors, or support groups can provide a safe atmosphere. You want to make sure you do it in a safe space, right? Three, seek feedback. While discussing your weaknesses, ask for guidance from those who've experienced similar challenges. They can offer they can offer valuable insights and advice on overcoming them. If anybody has advice for me, I've tried everything. I'm looking now into clean eating. I'm going to try that, right? But if anybody has some tips and it doesn't involve taking diet pills or drugs, please feel free to share them. Send them my way. Email them to me. Sharing your weaknesses might seem counterintuitive, but it's a powerful way to reveal inner strength. Again, remember the quote by Chris, right? To share your weakness is to make yourself vulnerable. To make yourself vulnerable is to show your strength. There is true strength in vulnerability. It allows growth, fosters connection with others, and ultimately empowers us to become better versions of ourselves. I want to be better, and I want you to be better. So, thank you for tuning into today's episode of the Start Fresh podcast. If you enjoyed our discussion, right, on sharing weaknesses reveals inner strength, please share this podcast. Seriously, please share this podcast with your friends and family. And don't forget to subscribe. Follow me on YouTube and everywhere at iAMcsBailey. I'm going to close with this. Will you be vulnerable today so you can be free? Really free? Because when we're truly free, we're truly powerful.
Hey y'all, it's Rain Bailey. I just wanted to thank you for listening to Start Fresh with my mom, csBailey. We hope you enjoyed the positive vibes and feel ready to conquer the day. Remember, you can learn more about her and her services at iAMcsBailey.com. Also, don't forget to follow my mom on all social media platforms at iAMcsBailey for more uplifting content. Now, go out there and start fresh. Catch you on the next episode.
This episode of Start Fresh has been sponsored by The Hustle Agency. The Hustle Agency is dedicated to helping women and minority entrepreneurs build successful and sustainable brands. They offer a range of services tailored to your needs. Find out more about how they can support your business journey by visiting their website at thehustleagency.com and stay updated by following them on social media at The Hustle Agency. If you're interested in sponsoring an episode of the Start Fresh podcast, just like The Hustle Agency, reach out to us. Our extraordinary host, csBailey, will personally showcase your brand's unique qualities to her engaged audience. Thank you for your support, and remember, it's never too late to transform your mindset and start fresh.